Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I make about, of course, as you all know. So I have to talk to you guys very briefly about something because I've had a bit of an issue as of late and I don't want you guys to be too worried about it. I'm sure you've noticed a distinct lack of Citrus Quest this week. I apologize for that, but I figured I would make a video to let y'all know what's going on. We're going to have to change the day we do Citrus Quest. The week has become kind of unsustainable for me. So doing it on Thursdays, it's not something I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to shoot for either Saturday or Sunday this week to do the actual show. But due to like how I'm doing and some other environmental issues that I can't really sustain right now, Thursday's just unreliable. And as a content creator, it's a really kind of a gigantic pain in the ass to attempt to shoot for Thursday every week, and I have things I have to do every Friday. I'm tired most of Thursday, and I try to get as much sleep as humanly possible in these days. So we're going to be shooting for a weekend show from here on out. Either Saturday or Sunday. I will have to talk to my co-host about it. It's becoming somewhat difficult, and the concept of me doing these more long-form videos is starting to become... I like doing videos, canned content, basic stuff, and the show, it doesn't really bring people in. I'm trying to get ways to bring more people in. I've thought of whatever I can do, but it's becoming difficult to get people in when I need them in, or even just to come watch the show. The live shows are not getting like the support that I need to really justify putting my own health in the back burner to continue to do. So due to the fact that usually during the weekdays when I have to go to doctor's appointments, when I have to see people, when I have to go and run errands, I'm going to start trying to shoot more for the weekend for doing shows. In the concept of By the Hearth, it might be a very, very long time before I go back to doing it. Chambers understands, and I appreciate the fact that she understands that I can't do it right now. I'm trying, but it's kind of growing complicated. In favor of it, like, I did go ahead and pull up an article to read for you guys today to replace Citrus Quest. I realize that it's not the same without the banter back and forth between people, but this is what I can do right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying. We're going to shoot for Saturday this week, maybe Sunday. I will put out a tweet ahead of time, so follow at Citrus Quest if you want to be updated on when the show is going to be. It will somewhat be around the same time. Like I said, I'm going to try and work better with my co-host schedule and my own schedule to try and bring it into something else. But anyway, to the article that I said. This was from Bloomberg News, but I kind of copied and pasted it because the website kept crashing shit. Anyway, New York declared a public health emergency in parts of Brooklyn with a measles outbreak in Orthodox Jewish communities. The measure, announced April 9th by Mayor Bill de Blasio, Democrat, means that the city will require unvaccinated people who may have been exposed to measles to receive the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. It applies to selected zip codes in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn. The step represents a broadening of the city's response to the outbreak. More than 280 cases have been reported since October, and incidents have accelerated in the past 2 months. It came the day after the city health department announced that Orthodox religious schools in the parts of Brooklyn must exclude unvaccinated students or face fines and possible shutdowns. Under the mandatory vaccine policy, the city said the department will check the vaccination records of anyone who may be in contact with infected patients. If they haven't gotten the MMR vaccine or can't show evidence of immunity, they may be fined up to $1,000. There's no question that vaccines are safe, effective, and life-saving, de Blasio said. I urge everyone, especially those in affected areas, to get their MMR vaccine to protect their children, families, and communities. New York and suburban Rockland County, both of which have large Orthodox communities, have the most measles cases by far among places where the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has noted outbreaks. Washington, Michigan, California, and New Jersey have also reported multiple cases. The 465 cases of measles confirmed in 2019 in 19 states constitute the second largest number reported in the United States since measles was declared elimination in 2000. Rockland court fight continues, and Rockland County officials and a lawyer for the parents at Chestnut Ridge, New York school closed for its low vaccination rates continue to argue over the boundaries of the county's authority to act against an outbreak there. The lawyer, Michael Sussman of Goshen, New York, objected April 9th to the position of the county executive ED Day that unvaccinated students remain banned from school attending even after a state court judge temporarily blocked his broad March 26th emergency declaration. Day announced that the position April 8th, soon after the judge had ruled that the county may have lacked adequate legal grounds for the March order, which barred unvaccinated minors from all public places. The county maintained that they still cannot go back to school because it reverted to enforcing previous health department orders requiring them to get vaccinated. In a letter to the judge, Sussman said the county was deceiving the court with its argument that the earlier orders survived the suspension of emergency declaration. The earlier orders, he said, are not committed to writing without legal basis and arbitrary and capricious. He asked the court to reject the county's position and make it clear that its April 5 temporary restraining order had the effect of reopening schools closed by the county. The county will appeal. The Day announced an afternoon news conference of April 6th. He called the ruling of wrong-headed and questioned how the outbreak couldn't qualify as an emergency. If it's not an emergency, what is? Day stuck his position that prior orders by the county health commissioner Patricia Schnabel, Ruppert, still require any school with less than 95% of the students vaccinated to keep unvaccinated students home. Unvaccinated children or the parents who sued the county will be allowed to return to their schools, Day said, but the county still disputes his conclusion as a legal matter, County Attorney Thomas Humbach said. More than two-thirds of the schools subject to the county health department orders have brought their immunization rates above 95% threshold. She credited several Orthodox religious academies by name as examples, adding every school in Rockland County can achieve this goal. There's no need to fear immunization. The school in the lawsuit against the county, with their lawyers, have said have a 48% vaccination rate, are Waldorf schools with no religious affiliation. Here's the thing about not vaxxing your kids. You're a terrible person. As a parent now, my daughter will absolutely be vaccinated. And not saying I would, but there's a large quantity of anti-vax parents that just need beaten mercilessly in the streets because they're abusing their children. Same as I would say for anybody beating a kid, like just hurting them with either ignorance or ridiculousness. You need to be thrown in the meat grinder. Your kids would be better off elsewhere because vaccinations are incredibly important. I don't want a kid dying of smallpox, let alone immunocompromised children who often bear the real brunt of what these people do. There's an old saying, anti-vax rhetoric is getting old because, well, they know their children won't. That's an old joke. Anyway, regardless, it's very important that you vaccinate your children and don't believe crazy people. Thank you guys for listening. My name has been Ichabod. I'm apologizing again for the lack of the show this month, but I will see you guys next time.